Questions? First question here, on the second row here.
Steph, down here on the right, Ray Jaski from ESPN on 90. You really struggled with your offense tonight. Can you describe why, what wasn't working for you, what they were doing defensively, and just how you had such a tough night yourself?
It's one of those games. I mean, I'm not going to overreact to one. It's obviously can play better and want to play better and will play better. And I think in the first quarter we, as a team, weren't able to establish ourselves with the way that quarter went on both ends of the floor. So, they played with their backs against the wall. They had a free swing at it, and it was one of those nights where we just didn't have anything clicking. So, looking forward to getting back out there on Monday and playing better.
Ann, same row.
Ann Killian with the San Francisco Chronicle. For both you guys, kind of following up on that, was there anything that was remarkably different in the way they were attacking you offensively that took you out of your defensive game?
I think they did a good job. You hear me? Oh, sorry. I think they did a good job of attacking early, and that opened up the three-point game, and they made some tough ones, and they also, just caught caught them in rhythm and knocked them down. That's the team they've been all season, is knocking down deep shots and difficult shots as well. But if you give them some open ones like we did early on, they're going to knock them in at some point. So we got to be better. I mean, after that first quarter, they're only up, 4 points. From the second to the fourth, they only beat us by 4 points the last three quarters. So that first quarter, they came out and hit us with that, amazing punch. 49 points in the first quarter is way too much. But you got to give them credit. They played extremely well tonight.
Marcus standing on the right.
Steph, you guys have lost before. Does this feel any different considering you haven't lost in a while, and also this kind of sets up another 3-1 going back home and a reminder from last year?
Man, different team, man. Obviously, we've haven't felt this feeling walking off the court with a loss in a while, but we've done a good job of bouncing back and being resilient all year, and obviously learning from all different experiences we've been through. I love the vibe we had in the locker room after the game, understanding what we need to do differently to play better, to have a better first punch in that first 6 minutes, to play, with more force and aggressiveness and physicality. And talked about it, going home is a good feeling, but it has to go with playing better. We obviously know you can't just go home and expect to win. And we like the fact that, we can, correct a lot of things going into Game 5 and just, put a better foot forward, especially in that first quarter, and not lose the game right there.
Kevin, you and LeBron had a nice exchange. That just good playoff conversation?
Yeah, I mean, you can't take everything away from the game. You're taking the hard fouls out of the game, calling them flagrants, taking a lot of stuff out of the game, but you can't take the emotion out of the game. And we wasn't coming to blows. We were just talking, and that's a part of basketball. The game of basketball created that. You know what I'm saying? The refs didn't, we didn't as players. It's like the aura of the game created trash talk and just communication out there. You know what I'm saying? So I know you could take away the physical part of the game as far as, controlling stuff, but emotionally, like, that should be us. That should be what the players have as their own out there. So I'm sure it's going to continue. It's nothing malicious, or we didn't say anything malicious. It's just a part of the game. Like I say, emotions are, what keeps this game alive. It keeps it going. It's for the players.
Dan, Kenny, and Mark, last three.
Dan Feldman, NBC Sports. Steph, I'm sorry we keep asking you about squatting, but while Draymond and Steve were arguing with the ref when one of them got the technical, it looked like you squatted down. And were you just stretching there? And what did Richard Jefferson say to you?
You serious right now?
You gotta be better.
People are curious.
Come on now, man. This is crazy.
You gotta be better than that.
People are curious.
I really don't have an answer for that. That's the craziest thing I've ever heard.
What did Richard Jefferson say to you?
I have no idea. I don't remember what situation you're talking about, but yeah.
You gotta be better, bro. I'm sorry.
God.
I like you, but you gotta be better.
Kenny,
I'll take the compliment.
standing on the right, Kenny.
Steph, Kenny Rhoda, WHBC. The physicality tonight, obviously different than the first three. How much different, and how much of that was a factor in them coming out and leading by 16 in the first quarter?
That was pretty much the factor in the first quarter. They got to the free throw line 20-something times and slowed the pace down. Granted, I mean, you could nitpick each call, but they were the aggressor to begin with, and usually the aggressor gets the favorable whistle. So we understand that going forward. And it, you know, historically against this team, when we don't answer that punch in the first 6 minutes, you know, we put ourselves behind the 8 ball, and no matter how well we play after that, it takes a miraculous rise to try to get back in the game. So, you know, we got to understand that. You like that?
Yeah, that was great.
Thank you. We have to understand that going forward, that, you know, whoever's the aggressor to begin with sets the tone for the game, gets the pace to where you want it, and good things happen out of that. So, you know, got to watch the film and understand how it went down and do something about it on Monday.
And Kevin, with Tristan Thompson inside being a factor tonight, what was he able to do, or what didn't you guys do that you did in the first 3 games to control him?
I think he was better. He was better tonight as far as just like keeping basketballs alive, just doing what he's paid to do. You know, he had five assists, 10 rebounds, 5 points, 4 offensive rebounds. That's a great game for him. So he was great tonight. We got to do a better job of being more physical, but not fouling. I think we did that early on. We tried to match their physicality, but we weren't smart enough in that area. So. And that got them going. So we got to be way better. You know, we can't go home and just expect that just because we're at home, it's our game. You know, we got to go take it. You know, and I think it starts on the physical side of it, and both teams are going to be battling, so it should be fun.
Mark, last question.
Mark Schwartz, ESPN, for both of you guys. Kyrie Irving, after the game, was saying that all the chatter about how satisfied you'd be to win on their home court really motivated the Cavaliers, lit a fire under them. Several of the Cavaliers were talking about how that chatter just kind of lit their fire. Any concerns about lighting their fire that way?
We are in the NBA Finals, and no matter what you need to inspire you, whatever you need to grab a hold of, chalkboard material, whatever it happens, like, it's so hard to win a championship. And kudos to them for finding whatever it took to you know, play an amazing game, which they did. You know, we got to find our edge next game. There's no secret. This is how big the stage is right now, and yeah, we would love to have, you know, celebrated tonight and finished off the job. Didn't happen. Got another opportunity on Monday, and like I said, we got to find our edge and you know, respond. So all that chatter and stuff is neither here nor there. It's whatever you know needed to get yourself ready to play.
All right, thank you. Ron will be up next.